I think it's quite a natural thing to want to have your own interpretation of your story on the record. When you have that, and this is hardly unusual. I mean, which former leader of a government in the UK hasn't published a book?
Yeah.
I mean, there's not
Totally.
as if we're not short of this. It's not a weird thing for Nicola Sturgeon to do. It's a completely normal thing to do for a leader who isn't always able to be frank when they're in office. Although I think political leaders should be a bit franker, to be honest, when they're in office. But for a leader who's not always able to be frank when they're in office, to want to be frank afterwards is a normal thing to do. What will it do for her in the long term? I don't think it'll, as I said before, I just don't think it's going to make that much difference to the actual legacy, because the legacy will be, the history is made by those who write it, and the legacy will be what it is, depending on whether you like it or whether you don't. I think one thing, just to go back to something you said earlier, that I just think is important to note in closing. You said there's a Team Sturgeon and a Team Salmond, and there is. There's also a Team Swinney here.
Interesting.
Which is important to note, okay? And Team Swinney wants this to go away.
Yeah.
Because this is a massive distraction. Team Swinney, I suspect, doesn't much like Nicola Sturgeon going to a book day, a book opening, and talking about how the government shouldn't be cozying up to Donald Trump when Swinney's busy trying to do a deal on tariffs on whiskey. I don't think Team Swinney likes that much. And, Nicola Sturgeon has also made comments on immigration, on Gaza and so on. I would just observe in closing that when Nicola Sturgeon was First Minister, she absolutely hated when Alex Salmond interfered in matters of government. Team Sturgeon did not like that at all. And I just think it's quite interesting to observe over the next little while, now that this is out, whether or not Team Swinney will find themselves in the exact same position with a former First Minister that Team Sturgeon found themselves in with a former First Minister just a few years ago.